Hey guys, sorry if I look really gross and disgusting and shiny in this video. I just got back from a walk. Yes, that's why I look maybe a little gross. This is a marker. I'm sorry. It's been a while since I've just sat down and done one of these videos, because for the past month I've been doing a lot of witchy stuff, which I'm fine with. I love that series. But on to new things. I just wanted this one to be kind of a mental health and health update, just because you guys I haven't really talked about it for about a month on here. I've been on my story, like on the community tab, and then on my Instagram story I've talked about it a bit, but I haven't really on here, except for that one video because I was just super out of it and not up for filming that day and just needed a video to get out. But yeah, we're going to be doing a health update because I thought that it would be good to do one. Yeah, so I'm going to start with physical health because I feel like there's a lot more to talk about. I don't know, in both ways, in my mental health and physical health, there's a lot. But with my physical health, I've started... So, first of all, I'm going to start talking about my TMJ specialist fiasco. So if you guys don't know, I have a TMJ disorder, and the TMJ is the main joint in your jaw. It's basically like, right there, your jaw joint, the thing that does that. That's your TMJ. It stands for a big, long word that I'm not going to say because I don't remember it, but yeah, I have a disorder in my TMJ that makes me clench my jaw on I'm not aware that I'm clenching it, so I'll just be sitting around and my jaw will be like clenched, and it's all day long. It's through the night, it's through the day, so it's kind of hard to treat. It's not like where you have sleep grinding and you can just wear a mouth guard and it's completely fine, it fixes it. It's really bad for your teeth, really bad for your joints. It causes a lot of face and jaw pain, causes a lot of headaches and just pain, all in like the shoulders and up, because your jaw really affects your body because it's a big major part of your skeletal system. So I went to a TMJ specialist. So basically in this doctor's clinic, he specializes in just TMJ and sleep disorders, so like sleep apnea and stuff like that. He's basically the only specialist in my area that does TMJ specialist stuff, so he like specializes in this. So he was really the only person that I could go to for any kind of this stuff. I went there, we talked about it. Yes, I have the TMJ disorder because I needed like him to confirm it. But the thing about it is, the thing with specialists is that a lot of them believe that their work is the end-all be-all of medicine, which it isn't. Medicine kind of has to tie together to work. So from what I got from him, he basically thought that I wasn't going to any other doctor to treat my pain, which I am. I'm going to a lot, and I'm planning on going to a lot more, making more appointments, and my life has just been so many doctor's appointments. But like, he was charming and nice, but he just wasn't, he was like arrogant and cocky in the way that he was charming and nice, where he believed that he could fix it, everything was gonna be fine because he was there, and his work was the best thing that had ever happened to medicine, which, like, this guy is like a world-renowned doctor, so it makes sense why he would believe that, but dude, shut the fuck up, you're not the only doctor that I'm going to see for this, okay? You're like the last person, so don't be like that, because I'm not gonna like you, and I don't. So that was the first appointment, and he basically said that I probably don't have rheumatoid arthritis, because he doesn't believe it, because he believes that everything wrong with me is my jaw, even though I've had pain everywhere else in my body way before that I've had jaw pain and problem with my jaw. He also thought because we didn't have dental coverage before, which we do now, because I haven't really gone to the dentist, like, ever. So he thought that he was like, you probably have cavities, right? And I'm like, I have no idea. I don't have any problems with my teeth. He's like, you have cavities. And then we did x-rays and checked. I don't have cavities. I don't know. Nothing's wrong with my teeth. It's just my jaw. And he was like, totally, like, for sure that I had cavities and something was wrong with my teeth. No. He's that kind of doctor where he just, like, everything that he says is gospel, which it's not. So he said that my rheumatoid arthritis wasn't real, and basically that general practitioners, which is like a family doctor, don't really do anything, they don't really know anything. And I'm like, dude, fuck off. Like, they went to school, they have a doctorate, like, fuck off. All that kind of stuff. But, you know, because he's my doctor, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do what you say because you know a lot about this more than I do. I'm just gonna go along with it. So that was the first appointment, and he gave me a temporary mouth guard to have in for a week, and I'm supposed to have it in, like, as much as possible, like, as much of 24 hours as I can, for the whole, I think I had 8 days that I had to have it in. It was horrible. It made things so much worse. It gave me headaches, my jaw was hurting all day long. It was like some of the worst pain in my jaw ever, because it wasn't like it would just flare up sometimes as my jaw does. It was like a constant ache and headache, which was not good. And I was like, maybe I just have to keep it in longer, and I had it in for an entire fucking week, and nothing happened. It just made everything worse. It made my jaw worse. It made my pain got worse, because once one part of my pain flares up in my body, everything else just fires up, which is part of my fibromyalgia. But I'll get onto that and his thoughts on that in a minute. But yeah, so that was worse. I went back to the doctor, like the specialist, and I was like, yo, this isn't fucking working. I hurt so much, you know. So he was like, oh, well, it doesn't work for everybody, but we'll say that like 80% of the people that we see, like, it works for them. And I'm like, well, it didn't for me, so you better figure out what's wrong with me. We had expressed to him that we don't have a lot of money, because we really don't. We have one source of main income, which is my dad, which is not a lot in the terms of having a house and a family and paying for a car and bills and insurance and that kind of stuff. He knew that we didn't have a lot of money. He knew that my mother had recently passed, so that was like, we didn't have a lot of money. It was a big thing that we're like we're basically poor. And what he suggested was a mouthpiece that was over $1,000. And even if our insurance covered it, it would only cover 80% of it, which would mean that we would also just have to pay around $200 to $300 for it anyways, even if the insurance covered it, because we didn't know if the insurance covered it, because it's like stuff like braces and stuff like that we don't know if it's covered or not. We would have to check, and if it wasn't, then we would have to pay for the price and all that. So like, we wouldn't even have to pay the $200 if it was still, even if we did have insurance. Yeah, and needless to say is that the whole experience for the 2 appointments was $290, which our insurance covered, but not entirely, because we only got, I think, $70 back, because essentially I'm only supposed to get 1 dental x-ray per year, and I got 4 done at that office. So we only got $90 out of the $290, so we're down $200 when we thought we would only maybe have to pay $90, but didn't. We had to pay $200. So yeah, we've already spent more money than we thought that we would, and now this doctor is like, you need this mouthpiece that may or may not work, and you have to pay for it up front for over $1,000, even though it may not work. Like, fuck off. I'm gonna be saying that a lot in this video, because he was, like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. That's just absurd, you know? It's not an option for us. It's not. I know that you're like, well, maybe. No, it's not an option. It's clearly not. We don't have that kind of money. We can't afford that. Our insurance doesn't cover it. Probably, even if it did, it wouldn't even cover all of it, enough for us to even get it. And the doctor was absolutely horrible. I never want to see him again, because he basically just discredited everything that I was telling him. And he also said in the second appointment that my fibromyalgia wasn't real, and that it was all caused by the jaw pain, and that the jaw was the cause of everything. And I'm like, dude, fuck off. Like, oh my god, get off your high horse and just be like, yo, I'm not working because you're being an arrogant twat. Like, yeah, it was not a good experience. I basically I almost cried during the second appointment because he just was not listening. And then, like, he probably thought that he was the only doctor that I was seeing, because I was like, no, I'm getting a referral to a pain clinic, and like, I'm going to the chiropractor, I'm getting massage therapy, like, I'm like going to a rheumatologist, and I'm getting all of this shit done. Meanwhile, you think that you are the only person that I'm seeing because for some reason you think that you're better than everybody. Yeah, so that was that experience. So I never want to see him again because he fucking sucks ass and can suck my fucking dick. Yeah, that was that experience. It was very horrible, and essentially I had more pain than I did before because of the mouth guard, which I don't have anymore because fuck that. And now that I don't have the mouth guard, my jaw has basically not bugged me at all. So I don't know if it was that it was like a temporary mouth thing. Like, I know that my mouth is still off because it still sometimes hurt, but it's not like how it was before. And it didn't it didn't fix anything because so my left side is worse than my right. And then while I was wearing the mouth guard, my right was worse than my left. And now that I have that mouth guard off, I haven't really had any big flare-ups. So I don't know if it was just the stress of the mouth pain that was making me have flare-ups, because now I'm just like over it and not even like doing anything. So it might have just been that was causing me flare-ups, but yeah, that was my experience with the TMJ specialist. It sucked. So now I'm gonna move on to what else I'm doing with physical health. Just so you know, this is going to be a long video because there's a lot to talk about, but essentially I still go to the chiropractor. We started working on my jaw, so for jaw pain, I'm going to the chiropractor. I'm doing massage therapy mainly for my back, because with the jaw pain, it's not like a muscle thing. It's very much like the actual joints in the jaw, so that's why I'm doing the chiropractor for that. Massage therapy is more for my back because I have inflammation and arthritis and fibromyalgia and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm doing massage therapy, chiropractor. I have a doctor's appointment to see about going to physiotherapy, a pain clinic, and a rheumatologist. So yeah, there's that. I'm really starting to be I'm doing things for myself and getting appointments for myself and starting to take my health into my own hand. I am sorry if I sound really nasally. I am coming down with a cold. To myself, I just sound really nasally. But yeah, I'm starting to take my health into my own hands and actually starting to do something about it because I'm still in pain. And yeah, I want to do something about that because I don't like it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing for physical health. So my appointment's on the 12th. Yes. My appointment for my general practitioner is on the 12th. Wow, I cannot talk. My appointment for my general practitioner is on the 12th, and that is for all of the referrals and stuff like that. As for mental health stuff, I'm still in therapy. I'm going like once every 2 weeks to my mental health clinician. We're working on stuff. I don't really want to go. I've talked about a lot of my mental health before, but I think therapy should be just kind of like a personal thing because it's like what you're personally doing. But yeah, I'm still in therapy. I'm still doing all of that. It's going good, you know, as therapy is. Yeah, so what I've been experiencing, because this is kind of a bit not like, well, it is mental health, but it's also not. It's kind of like an in-between of mental and physical health, but drug addiction cravings. I have a past of painkiller abuse, like over-the-counter, like Tylenol and ibuprofen, which when you have chronic pain can be a bit hard. So when I'm in a lot of pain, I get those relapse cravings. I'd really try to stay away from painkillers as much as possible, unless I've like exhausted all of my other resources and nothing is working and I'm like, I just need a Tylenol. I can't take ibuprofen because of the medication I'm on, which would honestly work better if I could take ibuprofen, because ibuprofen isn't physically addictive and it's an anti-inflammatory, which I also need. But yeah, I can take Tylenol, but you shouldn't take a lot of Tylenol because it's bad for your liver and you could basically just have liver damage. So I try not to do that, and I also am trying to not drink alcohol. I just don't. I'm 17, so I'm underage, but y'all know the teenagers be drinking, but since I was 12, I've just been like, I don't really want to drink alcohol. Like, it's not my thing. I'm not an alcohol person. Like, I do drink it on occasion, but it's not like I drink anything a lot. But I'm trying to, like, if somebody offers me alcohol, I'll be like, no, because I don't want to put any more damage on my liver than I've already done with all those painkillers. So I'm trying to not do that. But definitely the drug addiction and cravings and stuff like that has been coming along heavily because my pain has been getting a lot worse, and I don't know why. It might be the changing in the seasons and how cold it's getting, but yeah, my cravings definitely follow with how much pain I'm in. Right now I have a headache, so I'm like, I need to take a Tylenol, but I'm like, no, you don't need to take a Tylenol, just go lay down. But yeah, that's kind of how that's going. So a couple days ago, I avoided a relapse by just doing distractions. I've also been getting some emotional numbness, which is basically like the actual term for feeling nothing. Like, you know, when people are like, I feel dead inside and I'm completely empty, that's an actual thing. And I get it sometimes. So when I get emotional numbness, it also goes with the cravings and pain, because when I'm in pain, my emotions shut down, and then the cravings come in because I'm in pain, and then also because I want something to actually make me feel emotions again. Yeah. So I avoided a relapse a couple days ago. I basically just contacted my girlfriend and was like, help. 911, please help and distract me. So she was giving me the synopsis of Gorillaz lore, the band, and she was just telling me all of their lore and backstory, which I already knew all of it, but it was just fun, and I just played video games, so yeah, that's a big improvement, and I told my therapist that, and she was really happy for me. I see her on Thursday. Today's Wednesday, sorry. No, yeah, I see her tomorrow. I see her tomorrow. I was like, today's Wednesday. I see her tomorrow, because tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I see her tomorrow, so we're going to be talking more about that stuff. As for a psychiatrist, So this was in October was my second visit with my new psychiatrist, because I got a new one, and she's like on the fence about me having bipolar. We've determined that I have depression and anxiety, you know, everything that I've had before, and hypervigilance and stuff like that, but I don't have an eating disorder. And and she's on the fence about bipolar disorder, because I do exhibit some of the symptoms, but I don't really have, like, all of them. So she's like, I don't know if I want to switch your medication, because even though you still have the depression, we don't want to increase the medication, because we don't know if that's going to make it worse, because people with bipolar can't take antidepressants because it makes it worse. So she doesn't want to increase the dosage, because she doesn't want to if I do have bipolar, she doesn't want to make it worse, but she doesn't want to put me on bipolar medication, because she doesn't know if that's going to work, because she doesn't quite know if I have bipolar. So we're kind of stuck in that my current medication, it's kind of working, but we don't really want to up the dosage, because we don't know if it's going to make it worse. We figured that if I do manage to go into the more bipolar part of it rather than just the depression, we wouldn't do like those typical bipolar medications like lithium, stuff like that, because you need to get your levels checked and they have really nasty side effects and stuff like that, and I just didn't want that. So they've realized that now that they're doing a bit more research, that they're thinking that I can maybe try an antipsychotic instead, because they've seen like really good results in people with bipolar taking an antipsychotic, and they have like lower risks of side effects, and you don't have to check any like levels and stuff like that. By levels I mean like stuff in your blood and stuff like that. So yeah. Next time when I see her, which is on the 18th, another thing that I need to get for my doctor is I need to set up the appointment for getting my blood work done, because we need to figure out if there's anything in like my blood work that could be contributing to any of my mental health stuff. So yeah, there's that. So that's what I also need to set up. And so I see my psychiatrist on the 18th of this month, and we're going to further go into the bipolar and borderline personality disorder, just as like a basis. And I think I'm gonna ask her about autism, which I know you guys are gonna be like, but autism runs in my family. Only one person in my family has technically a diagnosis, but it's like a lot of the people in my family shown very heavy signs of it, and they just haven't gotten diagnosed with it. So I've been talking to my family about it, and basically I'm going to ask about autism to see about that. So yeah, that should be fun, because that'll give us a kind of a direction as to where we can go with my health, and figure out stuff. So yeah, that's mental health. As to how I'm basically doing, I'm doing okay. I mean, last month was stressful because I put out 10 videos in like a 4.5 week span, which I only do 1 video a week, but instead I did 2. So it was crazy, but it's fine. It was stressful, but I had a lot of fun. Now I'm kind of just chilling, because I'm not stressing about it a lot. I am working on stuff, and I'm just doing okay as I can be with everything that's going on. Yeah, I'm doing alright. As for dog stuff, Eddie's second training session is this Sunday. So yeah, my aunt was here on the 1st for my sister's graduation, and she brought her service dog, and she's been here consistently for over the past few months, so Eddie's kind of gotten used to her, but he's not like fully like used to her, but they're at the point where with a little bit of like security and safety and reassuring that Eddie's okay, that they can basically be in the same room and just chill without him attacking her. So he's doing good. We've got him on the new food, and yeah, next training is this Sunday. Yeah, so that's going good. As for service dog stuff, I'm still need the money. I'm still, my GoFundMe is still up. My store, my commissions, they're all still there. All of that kind of stuff goes towards dog and me. Yeah. I also, as for kind of work, I also started babysitting for a family friend. So I'm kind of getting my spending money from that, and then all of the money that I'm getting for dog stuff comes from YouTube and the store and GoFundMe and stuff like that. So yeah. We haven't actually had a sale on the store yet. And we've had it up since May, which I'm kind of salty about, because it's not like I don't advertise it. I advertise it like every single fucking day. So it's not like I'm not putting in the work, it's that nobody's doing anything, and it's kind of sad, because I'm doing a lot, and I don't want to feel ungrateful. I don't want to like seem ungrateful, but it's like I'm doing all of this and nothing's happening. So, you know, buy my stuff, please, so I can have money for my dog, so I can get help and actually maybe go back to school and stuff like that. Because I'm not in school right now because I had to leave because of health issues. Not to guilt trip you or anything. Yeah, that's how that's going. By the way, as another store update, Halloween designs are off on the 10th, like they're done. That's when they leave. And there is a discount code, which I explained in the last video. It's all explained on the website. And there's a discount, so basically it's like a Remembrance Day discount code for the store, and then a Remembrance Day discount for my commissions. So everything is all on the store. It's all explained there. So yeah, head down there. Link is in the description. My social media is all down in the description. If you want to contact me easily, my email is on my website, and I'm usually very active on my Instagram, so yeah. This is this video. I'm sorry if it was very rambly. I have a headache, so I'm trying to like get through this as much as possible, but that's kind of an update. I'm doing fine. Hope you guys are doing well. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye guys.